Overview. In The Magic of Thinking Big, 1959, professor and leadership expert Dr. David Schwartz argues that the size of people's thoughts determines their success in life. Big thinking is categorized as positive and progressive, and small thinking as negative and regressive. Schwartz offers a broad range of advice concerning how thinking affects an individual's interpersonal relationships and general progress toward life achievements. Success in life is not guaranteed. It depends on beliefs that people have about themselves and their abilities. A notable trait of people who achieve success, no matter their field, is that they do not accept excuses as justification for failure. Other individuals may believe themselves to be victims of some situation or circumstance and invent destructive ideas that undermine their success. Negative emotions, such as fear, derive from negative thoughts about the past. The way to be free of a limiting fear is to determine its cause and take measures to eliminate it. Decreasing fears will boost self-confidence. So will dressing well and wearing suitable clothes for a given occasion. When people are confident and know that they are important, others will treat them with honor and respect. The way people think leads to the development of personal attitudes that can either restrain or propel them on their trajectory toward a desired outcome. As an example, Schwartz relates the story of a dull college professor who made the subject of history boring for him when it could have been interesting. In order to persuade others and become a leader, individuals must try to envision the world from another person's perspective while keeping their own needs in mind. Leaders operate best when they remember to act human, which means demonstrating respect and understanding for their direct reports. In order to achieve success, people must persuade themselves that success is possible. This occurs by associating with positive people, by refraining from gossip, and by traveling first class or paying for other high-quality services and experiences. Complimenting others at every opportunity is another great habit. Success and progress are attainable for people who do not sell themselves short. Regressive thinking is the greatest enemy of personal success. Focusing on the reasons one has for accomplishing a tough task is one way to push against the limitations average people impose upon themselves. Personal success is not built on thinking alone. Someone seeking success must strive to be a person of action rather than remain passive and mediocre. It is not possible to reach high levels of achievement without hardship and setbacks. Success accrues to those who solve problems as they arise. Obstacles serve as learning opportunities for people determined to have success. Key insights. 1. Success is possible only through thinking ambitious, positive thoughts. 2. Belief in one's power to succeed is at the core of success. 3. Ambitious goals are not more difficult to accomplish and are often easier to realize than modest goals. 4. People who make excuses for themselves will not make progress in life. 5. Repeating ideas will strengthen their presence in the mind. The mental presence of positive, ambitious goals will eventually lead to their fulfillment. 6. Fear is a psychological infection that must be resisted. Action is its prevention and cure. 7. Lack of confidence mostly derives from thinking negatively about past events. 8. Adjusting certain actions, such as eye contact and manner of walking, can change a person's emotional disposition. 9. The best way to ensure future success is to create a detailed list of goals reaching 10 years into the future. 10. Sincere enthusiasm puts life back into words. Important people. Dr. David Schwartz, 1927 to 1987, was a professor at Georgia State University in Atlanta and president of Creative Educational Services, Incorporated, a consulting firm concerned with leadership development. Harry was a sales representative who inspired Schwartz to write The Magic of Thinking Big. Harry's big thinking allowed him to earn 5 times more than his fellow representatives. Phil F. was a friend of Schwartz's who rose to success at a major advertising agency as Director of Marketing Research. Paul W. was one of Schwartz's students who admitted to cheating on a college paper. Tom Staley was a young man who developed the idea of a personal commercial to encourage himself. W. was Schwartz's persistently negative friend during college who ultimately destroyed his own chance at success. Bob W. was a self-made millionaire who ran a furniture manufacturing plant and befriended Schwartz. Author's perspective. Dr. David Schwartz was a university professor and the president of a leadership development firm. His main concerns were helping others develop strong leadership and motivation, which he attributed to the power of positive thinking. According to Schwartz, negative thoughts and feelings such as fear literally have no place in the successful person's life. These ideas were already cliches of self-help literature by the time Schwartz wrote The Magic of Thinking Big. Whereas more recent self-help authors might allow for a more nuanced view of human psychology and emotions, Schwartz paints a black-and-white picture throughout the book of good versus bad and envisions positive and negative thoughts and emotions as polar opposite experiences. When discussing the ways people dress and present themselves, Schwartz finds that a well-dressed individual presents as someone important and intelligent, while others not so well-dressed appear defeated and average. Applying this generalization as rigidly as Schwartz does would not be as reliable in the 21st century as it was in the 1950s, as social attitudes have relaxed with respect to work attire. Nevertheless, his idea can be extrapolated to broader concerns of tidiness and sharp presentation, even if the attire or the occasion is casual.